U.S. President Donald Trump making a stunning announcement during his 9th cabinet meeting of his second term Tuesday. He says the U.S. military will begin conducting strikes inside Venezuela.
You know, the land is much easier. It's much easier. And we know the routes they take. We know everything about them. We know where they live. We know where the bad ones live. And we're going to start that very soon, too.
This comes after he and his Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth were questioned about allegations that 2 survivors of an initial U.S. military strike on a boat near Venezuela in September were killed in a second targeted attack. The U.S. House and Senate Armed Services Committee say they're looking into it as a potential war crime.
The Pentagon's own Department of Defense law manual on the law of war literally says that, quote, orders to fire upon the shipwreck will be clearly illegal.
Just days ago, the Washington Post reported that Hegseth ordered officials to, quote, kill everybody. He denied the report and his involvement, but on Monday, the White House press secretary confirmed the attacks.
Secretary Hegseth authorized Admiral Bradley to conduct these kinetic strikes. Admiral Bradley worked well within his authority and the law.
Trump and Hegseth, however, reiterated on Tuesday that the defense secretary was not the one to make the call.
Pete didn't know about a second attack having to do with 2 people.
I watched that first strike live. As you can imagine, at the Department of War, we got a lot of things to do. So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally occurs. So I moved on to my next meeting.
He did, however, vow that the 83 people the Pentagon has killed over the last 3 months is just a taste of what's to come.
We've only just begun striking narco boats and putting narco terrorists at the bottom of the ocean because they've been poisoning the American people.
The double strike is intensifying calls for transparency.
If he said no laws were violated, release the tapes.
The Trump administration has repeatedly justified its ramp up of lethal force at sea by citing the flow of narcotics into the U.S. from Venezuela. But on Tuesday, those motives were questioned further when the president pardoned former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez. He was serving a 45-year sentence in the U.S. for drug trafficking and firearms charges. For City News, I'm Karling Donoghue.